Hey, good morning. Welcome to the 5Cs. This is Planet Head, and my character, Robert Gould Shaw. Um, Currently, I am in Ormulf. Actually, one of the easier, if I'm pronouncing Ormulf, um, easier pronounceable systems in Eve. um, uh, I think I talked about in the last video. I was looking to set up a capital, or at least a temporary capital, rent an office, and this is where I've decided to do it at. Uh, just to show you here, there we go. Ormulf is in Heimatar, right about here. In the system and in neighboring system, there is a lot of items that are very helpful to players. That are quick to get to. Um, One of the ways I like to do things is just to jump kind of head first, take a quick scan and look around at different things, jump in head first to take advantage of the positives, but also take maybe a few notes of the negatives over a period of time so that the next time I do something, I can adjust to that. Um, Similar to maybe my management style in the world. I'm a low level manager, and what I like to do is if I have to have a backup or train somebody, I usually look for somebody who fills my gaps, things that I'm not good at. Not a clone of myself. I can handle that stuff, but look for where I am failing and what I can learn from. And then usually there's things I can teach them. Hey, puppy. Yeah, wag that tail. Are you here? You want to come over and say hi? We're going to have our morning hi. Come on up. Come on. Good girl. Amanda says hi. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You just want the screen time, don't you? If you ever learned to look at the camera, they would realize how cute you. There you are. There she is. Okay. Ah. Long story short, we're in Ormulf. I'm glad you showed up. Kind of got me off my rant there. Um, and in Ormulf, you've got all looking at Dotland here. If you go by the key, there are stations here that have almost everything that I want, if not everything. Well, actually, almost. I just did find something that I would have liked preferred, so that's a learning experience. But of major things, it has science labs, it has production, it has refining. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, it has a few mining belts. I'm not going to be mining anything, but if somebody joins the corporation, that is a quick way for them to jump out and get active with that. Um, it is also near both Heck, which is a miner. Uh, it's not what that is not helpful. Um, Close you. Windows. There we go. Still not helpful. Thank you. Okay. So, if you're wondering, I play a little bit of online poker. Especially when I'm running distribution missions. It's kind of a wake up thing for me. Very low level, just to have fun. But uh, in Ormulf, you've got all of those things. You've also got, like I was saying, you've got Heck up here, which is a minor trade hub. Uh, you have down here Rennes, which is a major trade hub. It's probably the lesser of the four trader hubs, but definitely has almost everything that you need. There's also a decent number of areas here that you can buy blueprints. Now, in Minmatar space, uh, especially in the factions, um, you're limited a little bit on blueprints because they focus on certain types of ships. Trying to find a drone blueprint if you're trying to make things, just to give you an idea. Let's just go on in here. And we will go into drone blueprints, combat drones. We'll go to the weakest ones, the light scout drones, and pick Hobgoblin. To do this, actually, I could 550,000. See, these are actually players who are selling them. They bought these and brought them over there. So to get the lowest price drone blueprint, I'd have to jump 9 jumps away. Now, normally this would be even more of a pain, but in Heimatar, because of the spot that I picked, and I think I showed this on the last video, I was looking for a spot that was semi-equidistant between the trade hubs. The trade hubs are one for each faction, being Jita, Dodixie, Amar, and Renz. So that keeps me semi close to areas that I can get to blueprints. But I still have to jump 9 jumps to go get a blueprint for the drones. I do apologize. I am a little bit under the weather because of the change of weather that's going on right now. So I do have a pretty stuffy nose. And it is why I didn't do a video yesterday. But semi-recovered. My brain seems to be working. This is also a work day for me, so a lot of these videos I just kind of do off the cuff. But just to give you an idea here, let's just go back over to the map. Other big points of interest in this area are right down here is a major area of faction warfare. Amamaki is one of a large area of fighting that can go on. So if I look to get into that, which I'm actually thinking about doing, not actually joining a faction, but if I want to do some PvP right away, I'm only a couple of jumps from where I can produce ships or buy ships to jump in here. Now, other areas, if I want to go live in a low-sec area, I can go right here and still be within range of the major trade hubs. If I want to go back out to my old stomping grounds in Molden Heath, that's literally right here in Juesanud or Aden, right here, either one. We jump through there, and we're right back out here. And as anybody may know, I started out playing down here in Unertech and hanging out in this area. I really like this area. And then we've got the Great Wildlands right here, where my my major alt is out down there on my account, where I can live in NPC nullsec. So really, some really good access to get to content. If I don't feel like doing distribution missions, I can run out and do some exploration missions close in low sec right here. If I want to do them in NPC space, I can, or null sec space, I can run out there to Molden Heath. So a lot of options. Now, what are my initial impressions? A few small things that are lacking, and this is something where if I do set up a second space that I would want to go to, we'll go ahead and pull the game up. And the first thing, this is going to sound dumb, but a lot of people don't recognize this, is your faction stores and what you can get from there. But not only that, but if you're into production, what you can produce from there. And a faction store is a place where you take loyalty points and turn them in to get lower priced, better items. The only negative with the station that I've chosen to have my corporate headquarters is they don't have anything in their faction store. So I can't really buy anything there. Now they do have, I get some Republic Fleet Ordnance. This is just pretty glitter stuff, which I'm actually looking forward to doing as I role play a little bit more, and maybe set up some colors for ships. I'd really love to, as the corporation gets larger, outfit fleet ships with specific colors. That'd be kind of cool for videos and things like that. But Genelation does not really have any loyalty points. Why does that affect me? Well, while I'm doing my distribution missions, while I'm watching the UEFA soccer matches, Actually, I want to, sorry, my TV across the way. I want to turn that on. So, I think Croatia was playing the Czech Republic. So I'm just going to throw this on the back. The Czech Republic's up by 1. Um, I, I'm a huge American football fan, but whenever the big events come on, like the World Cup or UEFA, I love watching soccer, especially. Oh, sorry, Croatia almost tied it. So, um, I actually really do like this. Maybe someday I'll get into the Premier League or some of the other leagues that are out there and start knowing the players. But I really love seeing the regular the tournaments that go on between the countries. So, especially when Iceland went nuts a couple years ago in the World Cup, that was pretty cool to see such a small country do well. I always will root for them, CCP. So, again, sorry, this is my work day, so I'm just rambling. So, we're in here. As I was showing earlier, we've got the nice part about the station is I've got a clone bay. Um, but it doesn't give me any loyalty points, or I don't get any bonuses off that. And as you can see here, there's no agents for Genolution. So, what can I do? Well, looking at areas of interest, I can go to my agent finder, and right now, I can do level 2 agents for any type of group that's out there. And the closest one is in the same system, so that's a nice little bonus for the Republic Parliament. One jump away, I can do some Imperial Armaments. Imperial Armaments is Amar. So I can boost my skills there. Current system here as well. So I've got some level 2 guys going on. So I'm not too far away from trying to get some loyalty points. Level 3. This is actually fairly nice since my standings are high enough with the Republic University. I can actually start doing a few level 3 missions. I will tell you, I did a few yesterday with Catild Arnegan. Someday I'm going to go through all my videos and do a top 10 list of horribly pronounced names of Eve. So, but I did go to Catild, and there were some really easy missions. I had to have my current ship to haul it. I needed the space. Some of the items, I think, were 4,200 M3s. Oh, whoops. I'm going to drop that off here before I forget. And as you can see here, I'm starting to accumulate some implants. Still haven't plugged them in. But I'm starting to accumulate them as I keep doing these missions. And I'm going to be dispersing these among my alts as I get better and better ones. And when I say alts, I know there's people that have 50,000 accounts. I have one account with 2 other characters. That's all I'm focused on right now. That's all I care about. They get all the Omega bonuses. I am not power gaming this. I don't have the time. I just want to play. So, and make dumb YouTube videos. Okay. So, got that rolling. Got everything started there. As far as last to say about the loyalty points, and I'll probably hit a bigger video on that down the road. Didn't pick my nose. If you scratch your nose, if you use your nub here, then you're not picking your nose, you're just taking care of an itch. So, down the road, I'm going to do a video on loyalty points and how you can use that to upgrade your ships, maybe do some other special things. Different loyalty point stores give you options for different things. There's usually a base amount of things and then a few different ones that are there, if I remember correctly. So, as I get more loyalty points, I'll be able to do that. Just to show you, one nice thing with doing all these distribution missions that I've been doing is I can go in here. I actually have loyalty points. Not a whole lot, but they'll they'll grow as I get to the level 3s and level 4 missions. But I have all of these loyalty points for each one of these groups, like the Republic University has 714. I can then turn those in to get a discount or buy other things. So that's kind of cool. So last but not least, let's see, we're at about 15 minutes. Did want to go over, if I still have it up here. Actually, well, two things. I want to do a shout out to two guys who have actually been giving me some great input. Always just if you see something that I make a mistake in, please comment. I try as hard as I can to reply to every comment out there because I'm not part of a big alliance or anything like that. This is my communication with other people, and it's why I make the videos. The one mistake I made the other day was I was complaining that you can't cancel a laboratory science research remotely. I was 100% wrong with that. And thank you to G. Smith, commented in there, and I replied back. There is a skill, and I don't need it just yet because I'm focused here, but there is a skill in science, if I remember correctly. There we go. You have to have level 4 of laboratory operation, but if I'm not mistaken, it should be, I want to say it was remote laboratory operation, but was it research project management? Nope, that's not it. Scientific networking, maybe? Come on. There it is. Yes. Scientific networking. The skill at running research operations remotely. And for every level you have, you can turn off some research blueprints from a distance away. And that goes by the shortest route, not by the safest route. So if you have level 1 and you're 5 jumps away, somebody on the Czech Republic got hurt. Actually, looks like he's hurt too. Yeah, we'll see. These guys act like they have more pain than I've ever seen. Got the wind knocked out of him, for gosh sakes. Maybe he's hurt. I don't want to assume. Sorry, this is why I do this. So, which is nice because let's say you're flying around in different regions like I am. If I get it up to level 3, 15 jumps away, I can actually shut that down if I get a new blueprint or deliver it. Why is that important to me? Because, I'll just show you here, like I said, I'm equidistant away from some of the large trade hubs. Amar right now is 24 jumps away. Dodixie is 13. And then I've also got Renz, which is only 4. And then Jita, where are you, Jita? I didn't do Jita yet. I think Jita's about 20. So if I got this up to level 4, I could almost turn off research or deliver research and start a new blueprint at another spot. So what I would want to do is, however far my, if I'm 15 jumps away and I'm only at level 3, my next capital that I set up in a laboratory, I would want to have that within 15 jumps of this space. That way I don't have to travel back and forth. And I look at every jump, depending on the ship that I'm in, being at least 2 minutes. So if you think about that, 15 jumps is 30 minutes worth of travel time. It could be even longer than that as you get larger and slower ships. So that said, thank you very much, G. Smith, for popping that in. The second one is jump clones. I actually knew about this beforehand, but in my video I didn't explain that. There is a video down the road that I want to do when I start creating my first jump clones, which can also save you a lot of time. I haven't done any yet, but I did pick a station that has a clone bay, which will be very helpful for me in the future as I grow my empire. Now, as I grow my fun things to do. I'm sorry, Dave. That's his actual screen name, like mine is Planet Head. Um, he put that in there. He's actually given me some really good feedback on some of the videos that I've done. But he brought that up, and thank you for that. It actually reminds me to do a video of that down the road. So that'll be really cool whenever I do that. As an update, the Czech Republic is still up by 1. They're about to go to halftime. Um, they're 3 minutes into over extra time. I am learning soccer. European soccer. Not European soccer, international soccer. Aha! So, that said, last but not least, there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, standings. That's what it was. So, let's see if I still have it here. So, let's go ahead and pull this over. Window. Good. And Eve faction standings. This is something that I've been reading up on a little bit more. I talk about it, but I do it off the cuff. If you want to find out all the bonuses that you can get with faction standings, and why another reason why doing distribution missions can be fairly helpful, these are again, Eve University does these great wiki pages. A little bit of history. EVE Online used to have their own wiki page, and a player-made corporation that's been around for a long, long time called EVE University had their own wiki page, and they kept it so up to date and so good that the company CCP closed down their wiki page and were like, "Hey, you can keep doing this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much." I don't know if they get kickbacks or anything like that, but they do a fantastic job with these, and they're constantly being updated. Yeah, they get some. It's a wiki page. It all depends on how much people do, but maybe the largest piece of information that you can get out there is through EVE University. Um, but so, and a great thing here is it gives you a listing on this page of how your faction standings can affect your character. And I've been talking about in the past, if you want to do level 2 missions, you have to have a level 1 in faction standing. Level 3, you have to have a level 3. But to do level 4 agents, you have to have level 5. Sounds a little bit weird, but this is a great explanation of that. You've also got your negative standings here. If you start siding with the pirate factions, you'll start going negative. If you start going all Minmatar, you'll go negative with the Kaldari and the negative with the Amar, and these are how they will be against you. And you would have once you start going negative with one of the major factions, you better be pretty focused on doing that. And if you do faction warfare, you're going to run into that. So that better be a choice. So, but the big thing here is if I get to 3.0, I can, in any one of these factions, I can do level 3 missions for every corporation that is out there that is under that faction. So if you want to make some money doing distribution missions, so you're not going to make a ton of it, but your best possible. I will tell you this is a hint from me. Amar gives the best money for distribution missions. If you can raise that standing to level 3, you're going to make some decent ISK, passive ISK, while you're watching your soccer. So, now as far as corporation standings, if your faction standing isn't high enough, but your corporation standing is separate, you can still do level missions for that specific corporation. There are other bonuses to that too, though. If you get your corporation standing to 6.67 or higher, you get tax-free refining for that. So those guys out there that are um, reproducing uh, or doing oh wait, penalty kick. Oh no, they're doing a replay. And okay, so wow, it did a replay with bloody nose. Pretty tough. Maybe I'll have to watch more of this one. I don't think these guys like each other. So that is a big bonus, especially for manufacturing people. Um, now, once you have your own station, you can do your own refining for free, or if you can find an area that has player corps that are allowing refining for free. But I don't like depending on those, so this is something that's really helpful. But that's corporation standings. So, and then last but not least, down here you have your agent standings. Um, and this is if you're really bad with your faction and your corporation, but your agent likes you, he'll still allow you to do agent missions for him. Down here it gives a nice, I'm not going to go through it all, how to gain and lose um, your standings. Career agents will help you with your standings with your factions. And a bunch of other things here. And I'm actually going to focus on these. Maybe I'll hit a video on specific parts of that. It gives you here how they derive the standings for them. Seriously, just a ton of great information. Other bonuses down here. So I have bumped up my connections in my social standing to help out. If you ever go negative with a group and you want to build that back up, you can use these two bonuses that are there. So that's about it for today's video. We're hitting about 27 minutes. I want to thank everybody. This has been these videos that I do on my work days are just kind of rambles, so I apologize for that. Last but not least, I did a video on the Galente Federation Day, and I've gotten some good views. Views don't really matter to me a whole lot. I just like doing the videos. But what it did tell me is that people are interested in that sort of thing. My honest impression, it's pretty boring. I'm sorry. I flew out. I did one of them. I fired some fireworks at a ship, and I spent probably half an hour flying to an area so I could fire off some fireworks and get 5,000 skill points. But what it did tell me is I want to get more focused on events that are going on. Currently, there is a Federation Day Proving Your Around event where, and we can just pull it up here. If you do this event and you complete 2,000 damage in a Proving Your Grounds event, you will get 10 million ISK, which is pretty cool. You also get a little bit farther here in the bonuses that you can get for it. I'm not going to do this one, but I'm going to start working my characters to a point where I can start participating in all the events that are out there to have fun within the game. So that's pretty. What's that? Oh, they're just announcing it. Oh, Spain is even. Something I like Spain, I think. They play a type of soccer game that I really like. A lot of passing and really focused soccer. I've watched them in prior World Cup matches. I'm still a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. Don't get me wrong. You give me the World Cup over a preseason Eagles game, and I'm still going to watch that. But I'd almost watch soccer over most other events that I can think of. Definitely over some dumb events that are out there. But, okay, that's about it. Appreciate anybody who's been watching. If you have any comments or ideas or things you'd like me to do, please let me know. And as always, today's video has been sponsored by... so bad. The Alexandrian Ring. A new corp means new opportunities. If you'd like to join us here, please feel free. Or you can contact us in the channel, The5Cs, or mail me at Robert Goldshaw. Hopefully, I might not do a video tomorrow. I have 2 more days of work. But I'll be out playing. And then once I hit my weekend, I'll start doing some more focused videos that I plan out a little bit better. You guys have a great week. Great start to your weekend, and hopefully the weather's nice. Have a good one. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want. Stay alive. Bye-bye.